Let's start with today's session. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, my beloved Guru, Grand Master Chakoksui, Lord Mahaguruji Meling, all the great ones, Holy Gurus, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and all the spiritual helpers to my higher soul, to you all, to Rhonda Byrne, to each and every person connected to this book, to the universe, to the loving energy, to the abundance energy, to the prosperity energy, spiritual energy, energy of perfect health, to all my dreams and desires, to all the support that is for me, to all the money that shows up in my life every day in abundance, to all the success that I'm receiving every day, to all my amazing relationships, to all the abundance that's around me, that is for me already, to all this, the success that's for me. Also expressing advanced gratitude to my top 10 desires. Just think of these top 10 desires right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So today is day 23. Yesterday was before your very eyes. It's basically kind of expressing advanced gratitude to top 10 desires that we already did today and we did right now also. The magical air that you breathe. It is quite possible to leave your home for a walk in the early morning air and return a different person, beguiled and enchanted. Mary Ellen Chase, educator and writer. If someone had told me a few years back to be grateful for the air that I breathe, I would have thought the person was crazy. I wouldn't have made a bit of it would not have made a bit of sense to me. Why on earth would anybody be grateful for air that we breathe? I mean, seriously. But as my life changed from using gratitude, the things that I took for granted or I didn't give a second thought about became an absolute miracle to me. I went from sweating the small stuff in my life, in my little world and day-to-day life, to opening my eyes and thinking about the bigger picture and wonders of the universe awaiting for my acceptance, for my receptivity. As the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see the earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. Amazingly said, such beautifully written. I'm going to repeat it again. As the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see the earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amount of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. So basically, wherever you are in your life right now, you are according to the divine timing. The desires that are inside you are the seeds that are sowed in your soul. They are for purpose, and you are just at the right place to create whatever you desire. You, me, everybody, we are at the right place in the right time to create what we desire. Those words made me think more and more about the bigger picture. It's not an accident that there is a protective atmosphere surrounding us. It's not an accident. And that beyond it, there is no air or oxygen. It is not an accident that trees give off oxygen so that our atmosphere is continuously replenished. It is not by chance that our solar system is perfectly placed, and that if it were anywhere else in the galaxy, we would be most likely be devastated by cosmic radiation. There are thousands of parameters and ratios that support life on Earth. All of them are on a knife edge. and they are fine. Their fine tuning is so critical that a fraction of difference in any of these parameters and ratios would make life unlivable on planet Earth. It is difficult to believe any of these things could have happened by accident. It would seem that they are perfectly designed, perfectly placed, perfectly balanced for us. So basically, including you, you are perfectly designed, perfectly placed, and perfectly balanced for your desire. When this realization hits you, that all of these things might not be an accident, and that the balance of every microscopic element surrounding Earth and on Earth is in a perfect harmony to support us, you will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life, because all of it has been done to sustain you, your life. The magical air that you breathe is not an accident or a fluke of nature. When you think about the enormousness of what had to take place in the universe for us to have air, and you then take a breath, breathing air in your body becomes breathtaking in every sense of the word. We take one breath after another and never give up. Never give a thought to the fact that there is always air for us to breathe. The most, um, I think, before I go further, I want to say that something that is keeping us alive is something that we need to be grateful for. That's why a lot of philosophers will say things like, be grateful that you're alive today, because all these desires and all the, like the things that you want to achieve are there because you are alive, because you are living. And you are living is, of course, there is food and water that you need, but you can live, I mean, I think without water for a day, or without food for a couple of days and everything. Can you live without air? Can you live without oxygen? Number one, if any one of you have attended my earlier sessions and we have done a gratitude prayer, don't we always give gratitude to the universe for giving our soul an opportunity to be born on this planet at this time, and giving this vehicle, the physical body? Don't we already do that in the gratitude prayers that we have done for so long, during our sessions? This is just a reconfirmation, reaffirmation. So let's be grateful about the air that we breathe, the sunlight. Can you imagine that, if it was just dark all the time? Or, for example, can you imagine if it was just sunlight all the time? Or if there were no weather changes? So can we just be grateful about the things that we see, the moon, the sun, the air, the trees, and everything? Yet, oxygen is one of the most plentiful elements in our body. And as we breathe, it feeds every cell of our body so that we can continue to live. The most precious gift of our life is air, because without it, none of us would last more than a few minutes. When I first began to use gratitude's magical power, I used it for a lot of personal things that I wanted, and it worked. But it was when I began to be grateful for real gifts in life that I experienced the ultimate power of gratitude. The more grateful I became for the sunset, a tree, the ocean, the dew on the grass, my life, the people in it, every material thing I have ever dreamed of having poured down on me on their own, I now understand the reason why it happened that way. When we can feel truly grateful for the precious gifts of life and nature, like the magical air that we breathe, we have reached one of the deepest possible levels of gratitude. And whosoever has the depth of gratitude will receive absolute abundance. Today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving inside your body, and feel the joy of breathing it out. Take 5 full breaths in and out 5 different times of the day. And after you have taken each set of 5 breaths, say the magic words. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the air that I breathe. And be as genuinely grateful for this as you can for the precious, life giving air that you breathe. It is best if you can do this magical practice outside so you can really feel and appreciate the magnificence of fresh air. But if that's not possible, then do it inside. You can close your eyes while taking these breaths, or you can keep your eyes open. You can do it while you are walking, waiting in line, shopping, or anywhere at any time you want. The important thing is to deliberately feel the feeling of the air going in and out of your body. Breathe the way you naturally breathe. Breathe the way that you naturally breathe, because the magical practice is not about your breathing, but about your gratitude for the air that you breathe. If taking a bigger breath helps you to feel more gratitude, do that. If it helps you to make a sound, do that. If you want, you can do also a variation of this practice in future by imagining you're breathing in gratitude and filling yourself with it with every breath you take. In ancient teachings, it is said that when a person reaches the point of being deeply grateful for the air that they breathe, their gratitude will have reached a new level of power. And that will have become the true alchemist who can effortlessly turn every part of life into gold. I'm feeling already very, very strong and very amazing just reading this chapter. Tomorrow is day 24, the magic wand. Before you sleep tonight, you hold your magic rock into your hands and do that. Or identify the best blessing. Count your blessings, make the list of 10 blessings why you're grateful for tomorrow. 5 times today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. After you've taken 5 breaths, say the magic words, thank you for the magical air that I breathe. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you. I'm feeling amazing already. I hope you all are too. So let's close the session. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, my beloved Guru, Grand Master Chakoksui, Lord Mahaguruji Mailing, all the great ones, Holy Gurus, Holy Masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and all the spiritual helpers, to my higher soul, to the solar system, to the sun and the moon and the air, the water, the light, the darkness of the sky, to the cloud, to my body, to my soul, to the universe, to the abundance, to the prosperity, to all the energy, to my attractive mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To Rhonda and to each and every person connected to this book, to myself, I thank myself and I thank all of you for joining this, being so supportive in this journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you and good night.